Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to report on Suicide Squad, it seems like more L's are coming out for this video game from Rocksteady. This is a live service game that has the word service completely misunderstood, let's just say, because now they just recently released another patch that was supposed to update the game and make it better, but yet somehow it has made the game worse.
The worst! You are the worst! I hate looking at your face. I want to smash it!
So we have an article here from Game Rant with a headline that says Suicide Squad game is suffering from major issue after the latest update. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League players deal with frustrating bugs following the game's recent patch as Rocksteady releases a new statement. Now imagine what it must be like for Suicide Squad players. Instead of getting content that's supposed to make the game better, all they keep getting is worse issues, bugs, glitches, everything under the sun, and they're getting tons of statements from Rocksteady basically telling them, no, don't worry guys, it's going to get better, we promise. Eventually we'll get our shit together. So let's get into this article, guys, from Game Rant. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So we got some head points here. It says Rocksteady Studios is aware of a game-breaking bug in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League that occurs when loading the Metropolis map after an incursion mission. How many game-breaking bugs does this game have? After a point, you gotta realize they didn't quality test this game at all. I don't care what anybody says. I've had so many people in my comments that are defending Suicide Squad, and they're saying, oh, that's not the case, they did quality control it, you just can't catch everything, blah blah blah. Bro, the amount of game-breaking bugs this game has experienced is enough for multitudes of games. Like, it's really bad considering this is supposed to be a live service game. Like, this is a game that's supposed to want to keep you around for a long time, right? This is that kind of a game. Well, it's not exactly working that way. It says Rocksteady stated that it is actively working on fixing the bug, along with other issues to address fan frustration. I think this last point right here, fan frustration, is putting it very lightly, considering that I think most people, if not almost all Suicide Squad players, aside from the hardcore shills, are frustrated. It says further updates for Suicide Squad will include bug fixes, balance changes, and increased incursion missions for enhanced gameplay variety. So let's get into the actual article and find out what the hell is going on with this ridiculous game that people defend for absolutely no reason. Rocksteady Studios has confirmed that it's working on solutions for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's newest bugs, which have created significant frustration among fans. The new announcement comes after Warner Brothers made a disappointing reveal regarding Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, we're going to cover that in a separate video. We're going to talk about what Warner Brothers actually said about Suicide Squad, proving further that Suicide Squad is a dead game, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to continue to be a dead game. They're going to hold on to it for as long as they can, but ultimately, this game is not going to go anywhere. It's going to go the way of Marvel Avengers, and that's simply put. On February 23rd, news broke that Suicide Squad's launch failed to meet expectations, according to Warner Brothers Discovery GFO Gunnar Wennesfeld. Previously, this made evident by the game's lackluster player numbers and mediocre reviews, with its Metacritic Metascore sitting at 60 and its Metacritic user score sitting at 3.7. However, its Steam user rating sits as much more favorable rating of 80%, indicating that a fair number of users have enjoyed Suicide Squad since its release. Now, to be very transparent, there is a lot of people saying that the reviews have been deleted from Steam. I've seen people tag me in a bunch of posts, essentially proving that there have been actual reviews deleted from Steam. Whether that's in mass, I really don't know. I don't know how many have actually been deleted from Steam, but you gotta imagine it's probably a substantial amount. It says, however, some of these fans may have had their opinions soured, I should say, by recent developments. I don't know why it would take recent developments in order to sour your opinion on this game, when I feel like the opinion should have been soured from the moment you started playing this game. You should know, based off how the game launched and what the plans were for the game, and how the bugs have been absolutely rampant, you should be pretty much soured at this point, unless, again, you are a hardcore DC shill. Then maybe you are trying to stick it around and hope for the best. It says in a developer update posted by Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League's website, its development team explained that it's aware of a common bug recently introduced to the game, which occurs while loading the Metropolis map after completing an incursion mission. The team emphasized that it's investigating this issue and will provide fans with an additional update on the next patch's progress in the near future, but has yet to offer a timeline for when fans can expect the patch's release. The development team also stated that it's aware of additional bugs affecting certain users, including login issues, multiplayer lag, and mastery progression problems. Solutions to these problems are also being worked on. So essentially, the entire fucking game is being worked on at this point. I mean, you basically released a beta. You released a beta that people paid, what, $70 in order to access this beta? That's how it feels right now to play Suicide Squad. You are playing a beta, and the game developers know that you're going to be stupid enough to play a beta. At least most of the people on console anyway. It seems like the people on Steam have refunded and moved on with their lives, or probably playing Helldivers 2, to be honest with you, but they've moved on. They're tired of this. Like, I think a lot of people are tired of this, and PC players are less likely to put up with this nonsense than console players. Console players, for the most part, are usually more likely to put up with this nonsense because they're used to it. This is the experience that you get on console most of the time, or at least console strict developers normally. You have this issue where a lot of the problems that are affecting gaming right now are because of gamers themselves. These companies are getting away with this, releasing games in this state and charging you $70 to basically beta test their game for them for the first few months. They get away with this because they know gamers are not going to say anything. Gamers are not going to do anything. You'll have a few people refund the game here and there, but ultimately people are really not going to do anything, and they're just going to keep playing the game. And if they're done with it, they'll just refund it and move on. Or honestly, most console gamers probably wouldn't even refund it. If they bought a physical copy, they'll want to keep it just to probably collect the disc and collect the actual game. So you're gonna get these issues continuing to pop up over and over and over again, and they're never gonna learn. They're never gonna learn because we're not actually making them learn. If you look here, it says Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League official account says, "Hi Task Force X. This week we dropped our second patch for the game with the intention of squashing an initial set of bugs. While we managed to do that, we received reports of a new issue that blocks progress while loading the Metropolis map, etc., etc." Imagine actually releasing a patch that's supposed to fix bugs, and all you did was add more bugs. It's like, come on. When are you going to learn? When are you going to get some actual testers? Is it really that expensive, Rocksteady, to hire some people to test your game in-house as much and as vigorously as possible before you release it to the masses? Is it really that much more expensive? I guess at the end of the day, it is, because they don't have to. They've been trained and they've been taught that they don't have to get play testers. They don't have to get a mass amount of people to vigorously test their game, because the players are going to be their play testers. The actual gamers are going to be their testers. It says in the future, which will aim to create more variety in the end game. The team also stated that Suicide Squad's future Season 1 update will increase the amount of incursion missions from 3 to 6, with players only needing to play 3 of those missions to increase their unlocked mastery levels. The 3 new incursion missions are referred to as combat incursions, which are unique encounters that give users more freedom in choosing how to play. Then it says the post mentioned other feature improvements as well, like rebalancing certain mutators, adjustments to Brainiac, and changes to killing time. These future improvements will hopefully help Suicide Squad rebound from its disappointing player numbers. As for the future Rocksteady villains, a recently discovered Suicide Squad Easter egg suggests that Batman foe James Gordon Jr. is alive and well within the game's universe. It's possible that the sadistic villain will be featured in a future Rocksteady Batman game. I don't think people are going to be around long enough to be able to see what happens in the future for these games, because listen, people are checked out. Suicide Squad is actively dying as we speak. You can hate on me all you want, but the truth is in the numbers, ladies and gentlemen, and it will continue to be in the numbers. As time goes on, it's going to be revealed that Suicide Squad will die just like Marvel's Avengers. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.
My bad. It's over. It's done.